we are here with Connor. Can you say your last name for me? Sorry.
It's pronounced McGonagall, but it's a bit of a difficult one to pronounce.
And Ian Ball?
Yeah.
Okay. And they are in the team of Paranormal State of Mind. And today we just want to have a little talk about, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, starting off?
Yeah, we've been going just under a year as a paranormal team. We, as a result of wanting to go ahead and trying to do stuff, and then realising that it was just as easy to do it ourselves, buying the correct equipment and trying to do it that way. And that's how we got into it, really. It was kind of, I don't know, it was something that we wanted to do, but we'd never sort of took the step into doing it until about a year ago.
Which one of you is the skeptic, or was?
It was more so me.
And Connor, what about you? What got you into the paranormal?
Yeah, so I've always followed paranormal videos. I mean, as you may be aware, Ghost Adventures, I used to watch that all the time when I was growing up. Zach Bagans, absolutely loved watching all the places he went to across America. Also, we have Most Haunted over in the UK. I watched that quite a lot of the time. And I've just always, just something that's interested me. I'm a firm believer. On some of the investigations we've done, I'm the only one to see something so far, aren't I? Which I can't really explain what I saw. But yeah, I've always believed.
And what about you, Ian? What got you into the paranormal?
When I was younger, probably about 17, I went to a medium's live show. Always kind of been sceptical about it and thought it was sort of made up and things that were written down already. And I went to this show and I can't explain some of the things that came through. It was very specific in terms of things that I'd done in my younger years when I was growing up. And the person that came through was actually my granddad. I still never put my hand up to things when they were saying, is there anyone in the room that they supply? And I just didn't do it. But everything that came through was really specific.
So it was like very personal for you.
Yeah, really personal. And it wasn't anything that other people knew about either. So it was only something that my granddad would have known. So things came through and it really made me start to change my opinion.
Are y'all related? Are y'all friends? Like, how did y'all meet?
Well, we're from the same area. Connor actually goes out with my eldest daughter.
Oh.
So.
And she absolutely hates.
Yeah, she hates paranormal.
It proper freaks her out. She
gets scared.
Go anywhere.
Oh, that's amazing. So, can you tell us about the first location you ever been to, and what experience did you experience or did you not experience?
The first location that we went to as a team, Connor wasn't with me. I was with my other daughter at the time, who's also been on several of our videos. We went to a local abandoned graveyard, which we've gone back to and I've taken Connor to. And it's one place that he didn't really like. He didn't want to go back there.
Yeah, I really don't want to go back there. I screamed.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Indeed. we were doing the second time we went there, we were doing the Estes method. And I had the headphones on and the blindfold on, and I'm stood there in the middle of this cemetery in the pitch black. There's no lights there at all. It's in the middle of a woods as well. And Connor was stood there with my other daughter at the time. And then over the volume of the headphones, all I could hear was screaming.
How was you feeling in that moment?
Well, I took the headphones off thinking, oh, someone's here, what's going on? And they'd got my torch as well. I hadn't got anything. So I'm trying to make my way through this graveyard in the pitch black. And I can just hear him scream. So I finally get to him, and he's just screaming, "That was a hiss. That was definitely a hiss." And I'm like, "Oh my God."
That definitely sounds like a fun first investigation. Very interesting. And Connor, what was that your first investigation, or did you have a different first investigation?
So the first one we actually went together was a place called White Lady Priory. Yeah, um, which was it was a good investigation actually. I hadn't done one at that point, so I didn't really know what to go into expecting it. It was when we didn't have much equipment as well. We had the cat balls at the time. Um, what else did we have? Did we have the marbles? Or was that before we had the?
Yes,
Yeah, might have been one of the EMS and the cat balls. And luckily, we had quite a lot of activity go off with the cat balls. It was just quite a creepy place in general. Old ruins, and yeah, we just got loads of strange noises, as we tend to get all the time. Unfortunately, when everybody watches us on the lives, they can't sometimes pick up what we hear because how good the mics are and noise
we've got
cancelling.
cancelling mics. It means that when we're live,
I will tell you this. I am actually very proud of the mic that I have because I have a what you call a Rode mic that I just so sadly dropped. um, this is what I use on my investigations. It's a small little camera thing that hooks on. This thing is so good for capturing EVPs. I I like to do it at the +20 where it doesn't cancel out any noise at all. And unfortunately, yes, it does pick up high traffic noise from way far away sometimes. But EVP wise, I've caught in the clearest ones just from this microphone. So if you're ever looking for a mic, I will send you the link for that one because that one's amazing.
and so the ones we've got, it's brilliant in terms of the fact that it's really clear, really crisp, but the people at home can't hear everything we're hearing. And it's like we've been out on a live tonight, and some of the noises that we were hearing tonight, we like constantly moving around with the camera. What was that? Like really strange things tonight as well. But it was just we can hear it, we describe it, but the people at home can't.
And that's exactly right. You guys did just come from a live. Can you tell us more? Where'd you go?
We actually went to a village. There's 7 or 8 different stories at this village, and there's unsolved murders. There's reported apparitions. There's a funeral procession that's been seen going through the town that isn't actually there. There's a lot of different things. Reported witchcraft. There's about 7 or 8 different stories at this one little village, and it is a small village as well. While we were there, we actually got into the church, and we've had a little walk around the church, but I ended up having to come out because the signal wasn't great on the phone. But we think that people in the village were watching the live because they came along and locked the church up.
Oh,
It was supposed to be left open for 24 hours, so
oh man, that sucks.
came over and locked the church up.
And what kind of things have y'all caught before?
We've had one of the cat balls thrown, and it was thrown as well. It didn't just roll off; it was actually thrown.
We caught that.
We caught that on camera as well. We've had them roll off as well. We were at one of the locations that we're at. We couldn't go anywhere other than the one position we were in because we kept losing signal if we tried to move. And people at home caught screenshots of what looked like a figure, and it was peering around the corner at us.
Do you still have that screenshot?
Yeah.
Could you send it to me?
Yeah. I'll get it sent over.
Just give me a second because I know I asked and then I forgot to turn it on. So just watch your ears for a second. Okay. Sorry. They're already starting. Okay, turn it off. Thank you. Oh, okay. Is that too loud for you?
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Okay. Sometimes they can get a little too excited. Okay, so your anniversary is coming up to your channel. Do you have anything special planned?
We actually announced it on tonight's live. We're putting a poll on Facebook asking all of our followers what has been their favourite live, and whichever one comes back with the most results, we're going to return to that location.
Oh, wow. Connor, can you tell us what is one location that you was the most scared of?
The the one that comes to mind the most would probably be for the single moment the Dowles Road one. But I'd say in general we did one the one near Kenilworth. We did one where the land around it was massive land, graveyards everywhere, but there was also a lake situated at the back, and we kept trying to get led to the lake. And it was when it was really misty on the day, wasn't it, as well? But the names we were getting through, I mean, we're stood next to certain graves, and we're getting those names called out. We've had a lot of common names come through. Just unfortunately, when you're at a graveyard, you get a lot of names come through because of how many graves are around. But we were just really like weird noises again, and just really relevant stuff to the story. And yeah, it just kind of lead us to the lake, which we didn't do because that would have been dangerous. But that one was quite freaky. I did, yeah, it did freak me out a bit. And what Ian forgot to mention is whenever we do a line, when we go to church, I'm always the one who has to go in the church. Everyone in the chat always says, let's lock Connor in. I always pull the short straw.
So you're like the one that gets thrown to the spirits.
It's because everyone knows I get scared more.
It's because of the screaming, that's why.
Yeah.
I think they like that. Oh, give me 1 second, mommy duties. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I got my babies crying. Okay. And feel free to chat with them if you want. They can hear you even though, you know.
Meanwhile,
It keeps going off, doesn't it?
What's a different noise now?
Sorry.
All right.
Okay, stop. Did they bug you?
I've just noticed you got dolls in the background. Ever since I watched a certain horror movie, dolls can really freak me out.
Conjuring the Annabelle?
Yeah, that's the one.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a little backstory on some of them. Charlie, well, actually I have a few more that y'all can't see. So this is Alia. And honestly, I don't really see her much. I mostly see her at night, but she's just zooming by. I don't ever get to talk to her. um, this is Victoria, and she's a newer doll. I'm still learning about her as well. Now, these dolls, which is why they're mostly out of the frame. Now, these dolls, Kenshin here, he actually was a circus clown in his real life. He was a mean person in the real life. He would do awful pranks to where his coworkers he would end up hurting his coworkers. He was a mean person. Well, one day his coworkers decided they were going to prank him back by being mean. And during one of his live acts, they caught him on fire. And he died. And ever since then, he did want to go to this doll, I guess, because maybe he was a clown back in the day. But he does seek revenge on generations worth of the people who did that to him. And I've been trying to work with him to get him to calm down and do good. But here, the person I got him from, they're like, oh, he's a demon. Like, don't, be careful with him and all that. He's not a demon. He's just an angry spirit who's misunderstood. And he does good. He does like to prank you, and he will. For my husband, he throws shoes at my husband while he's in the shower. um, for me, sometimes he'll show up in my dreams to try to scare me because he still does that in the afterlife. But it's all for fun and games. It's nothing. He doesn't try to hurt you or in any kind of way, or like his previous owner said. Well, not for me. Maybe he just didn't like her, but that's Charlie. He died in a car crash. That's really all I can say about him. He's a very good spirit. His cat ball under his arm, unfortunately, did die because he likes to turn that on and off all the time. And this is what she calls herself, Amanda. But I don't think that's really who she is. I do get a very negative. Now, this right here, I do feel something kind of demonic in it. I think she was used in a ritual. She has this stitching right here, which is probably hard to see on camera. But it's red stitching that's not made from the doll. And inside in her leg right here, I'll even see if I can try to show you. There's objects inside of her. Now, looking online, I try to see, well, maybe they just did those dolls like that back in the day. Maybe it's just something that they put in the dolls. I can't find any doll like her. I found one Google search, clicked on it, and turns out that it was just this exact doll in another antique store from a different one from where I got her from. And I know it's the exact doll because, one, she has her wonky eyes. Sorry. And she has this dent in her face that shows like a little pink blemish. And it was the exact same dent, exact same location with the same little tag, everything. Why she's moving from antique store to antique store, I'm not sure. But I do think there's something with her. Okay, now turn that off. Ian, what was one location that you absolutely want to go back to?
There's a couple actually. I do really want to go back to Kenilworth, which is where Connor was describing where the lake was, because there was so much activity there. It was crazy. I do really want to go back because we could have stayed there for hours. Another one is where we were last week. We actually went to a lead mine. It's now used as a museum, but when it was actually active, one of the cables for the mine shaft itself snapped and the lift fell over 100 foot, and there were 7 people in the lift at the time and they all perished. And that's why we went there, to try and communicate with any of those. And again, there was a lot of things that came through, very relevant things as well. So we have said that we would like to return to there in the future.
And can you tell us one location that absolutely terrifies you?
I don't think there is one that I've been terrified of.
Oh, you're trying to be brave, man.
No.
Be honest. Go on. We
No,
won't judge you.
it's. I don't know. I don't think I've had one where I've actually been terrified. Dell's is the one that was the funniest because I mean, just watching the video back from that one and Connor was screaming. um, I'd say the most uncomfortable one. I was on holiday and Connor wasn't with us. So my daughter came with me again, and we were on the Isle of Wight, and there's a place there that is known for being extremely haunted, and all that's actually left of the place now is just the gates. And we went and did an investigation outside these gates. It's in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing around you, and the noises there were quite freaky. And the only way to describe it, it sounded like someone was walking around us constantly. And everything that was coming through when we were using Spirit Talker or anything else that we were trying to do, it was all very negative. So, if anywhere, that would be the one place that I'd say made me on edge more than anything. There's nothing that I can say that I've been scared of yet.
And Connor, can you tell us one location that you would like to go back to?
Yeah, we did one location at the time. So,
Hey guys, I'm just stepping in here real quick because I think I caught something in the podcast and I'm going to speed it up in the next clip. And so be ready for that. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And I'm so excited to be here with you guys. And don't forget to check out in the description to make sure you subscribe to them. And let's continue with the podcast.
trying to remember the name of it. To be fair, he's the brain behind the operation. Um, every week we go somewhere, he'll tell me, and he does all the research, and then I find a lot of stuff out when I'm there, which is brilliant because it's quite good because something comes through. Like the one when we went to by Dow's Road, there's another site by a pub, and we were set up. Ian never told me any of the information about it before we set up. And then I'm just stood there, minding my own business. Then I see a mist, like kind of like a cloud of mist. And the way it's moving, the shape of it, I was looking, like, this isn't normal. And then I turned around to Ian and Ian's other daughter, and I was like, "Did anyone else just see that?" And he's like, well, what have you just seen? And I explained what I saw, and he went, that's really weird because I'm not before even reading out to the live audience what's been seen there. That was what was written down, what the groups have seen there. So that was what up high on my list of one of the locations, just because of my experience seeing what I saw. But there's another one that you might be able to remind me of the name. We parked up in the village, and it's where we had to do the massive walk to get up to it.
Oh, the castle.
The castle. We heard a lot of growling there,
Yeah.
which was really, which is quite creepy. But we didn't get to. They were doing works. It's one of those companies. It's anyone could go there, but they're doing loads of works when we were there at the time, so we couldn't climb to where we wanted to go. So that's one that I really do want to go back to as well, and because of that, the story behind it, that was one of my favourite ones.
And do y'all ever plan on traveling like out of the country to like say United States?
We definitely want to travel. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to go around the world to do if we can.
There's a couple in the States that I personally want to do.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to really get myself up for it, but like is it the Conjuring House? Is it Long Island? Is it called?
The Conjuring House.
Yeah, is it? It's the place called Long Island. I think it is, isn't it? Where it's based. I really do want to do that one, but
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Yes.
yeah, it's, that would be brilliant there. I know they were doing events there at some point, so I mean that would be a great experience.
Well, if you go to the Conjuring House, I definitely recommend you waiting until the owner that's currently there is gone.
Okay.
Yeah, so um, give you that
Yeah,
recommendation.
but yeah, right. I'd love to. I'd love to do some of the locations in the States because I have grew up watching a lot of the videos and with a lot of the history there, it would be something that would definitely interest me.
And have any of y'all been ever affected during your investigations?
Connor gets more so than anything I have. A few weeks ago, while we were actually inside a church, we both were affected as we were doing an investigation. We both instantly, for no apparent reason, just got a really bad headache and both started to feel sick. But then when we left the church to go outside of it, it went away. But I know Connor has also been affected. You've had pains in your back and stuff like that, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had pain on my back. I've had moments, and I don't think you'd be able to see it as much, but my energy was drained. I just have points where I kind of come out of it and then I come back in it again. But yeah, I've had certain times when that's happened. But yeah, couple of times back pains. So it tends to affect me more than anything. Yours is normally the next day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, every day, the next day after we've done an investigation, I'll wake up in the morning, I've got a headache. Every day.
Mine's always like right here. It's like pounding, pounding, pounding.
I'll
But
get my voice at the front of my head, really hurts, but it's gone within it.
I recently had so the first time I went, it's in my local state, the Devil's Tramping Ground here in North Carolina of the United States, and my husband, he actually passed out like 3 times. He's my cameraman, and during an interview with the owner, he just, I'm like, okay, now you gotta pull it together. But right before he had passed out, it was very weird because it went from, we were investigating, waiting for her to show up because she had some work duties, and so we were investigating. I was like, okay, I need to take a break. I'm starting to feel sick. I'm nauseous. Like, I feel like I'm about to pass out. As soon as I sit down, the owner pulls up. As soon as she pulls up, I feel instantly fine. Like, everything was just gone. It was very weird. Little did I know it went from me to my husband. And he's not he doesn't like to be on camera and stuff like that. So he'd rather stay quiet than be like, "Hey, I don't feel good." So I was like, "Hey, are you all right?" And then all of a sudden he goes, "Yeah, I'm fine." And he did that like 3 times. Like, okay, you need to sit down, you need to lay down, get some rest. And then the second time we just came from there. And this time, me and him, we were perfectly fine, but we did a collaboration with some other guests. I can't say yet because the video's not up yet. Oh, wait, I just posted it. Yes, I can. With Unique. Sorry. My timeline's off. um, but she got affected really bad. There was a spirit that was touching her, and we're also dealing with something that had followed us home there. So yeah, we have that as well. So it's pretty bad.
We do every time we do an investigation, we have a routine where we make sure we cleanse ourselves,
Yeah.
which we do every single time. And we also wear around our wrist, which I've still currently got on, just to protect
Twins.
ourselves. But yeah, we do anything we can to try and protect ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely try to do that. The funny thing, though, is that I was so worried about protecting my friends that I gave them almost everything of my protection stuff. And then I forgot about me. And I was like, oh, wait. So, yeah, they got all my crystals, everything. But it's fine. I have sage. I know I can do all that at home. So, but if you're ever in the United States, the Tramping Ground is a place that I definitely recommend. And the Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, that is in West Virginia. And I definitely recommend that place as well. I've caught some great EVPs and apparitions there as well. Full body. Yes, like I caught this one where in the window of one of the doctor's room. Mind you, this is on the second or third floor of the building, so there's no balconies in this area right here currently in this office area. So I'm taking pictures, snap, 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 no pauses. I take one picture, nothing, nothing, nothing. I get to the next picture, it looks like there's a demon face, like a weird, creepy, like smiling demon face looking through the window. And then the next picture that I took right after that was of a full body apparition, which I think was one of the doctors. And they was like looking to the side like this, and you could see their hair, their skin tone, which was so weird. Their skin tone, and they had a white shirt on. And I have it on my phone, so I will send it over to you guys as soon as we get off of here. Hands down, the best picture I've ever taken.
So much detail as well.
It is. I will absolutely send that to you as soon as we get off here. It's amazing. I want to go back because when I first got the place, it was during the beginning of me traveling to investigate, because I do live on haunted land, so it's like if I need to record something, I can just go outside if I need to. But traveling wise, that was one of the first locations, and I didn't know how to book it. And I booked a public investigation instead of a private investigation. So I got to go back and do a private, but I'm just looking for some people that would like to go with me so I don't have to spend $1,000 by myself.
We've managed to book a event now.
Yeah, we've got one coming up in May. It's called the Nunnery.
And where would that be located at?
It's in Malden, Worcestershire. It's about an hour away from where we are. So we're looking forward to doing that one.
And can you tell us what kind of event it is?
It's being run by a paranormal group, but what they do is they'll take you on a guided tour for a couple of hours. They may do a few things that they want to show other people just in case they don't know what they're doing. But then once they've done that, they then give you 2.5 to 3 hours to go off and do basically what you want to do. So at that point, that's when we'll go live and we'll do our own investigation then.
Aww. Well, I know it is getting late for you guys. So can you just tell us, let's have each one of you tell us about one location, each one different location, something that you will always remember and it will always stick to you.
Do you want to go first?
I think one location that will always stick with me is, I know it's a bit pop out, but the first one I ever did, the White Lady Priory. I just think because it's my first one ever, first time in front of a camera. I think it's just showing how far we've come with all the equipment we've now got. I mean, we probably had about 3 people watching there. Now we've got people we've not even met watching the lives, and it's just showing how far we've come in such a short period notice of time. I mean, we haven't hit the year yet. We are approaching now. Yeah, that one will always stick with me just because it's the first one I've ever done.
Yeah, the first investigation I think will always stick with you. And what about you, Ian?
One that'll stick with me for the reason of the cat ball being thrown is when we went to the abandoned cemetery, again, not too far from here. It's not the one that Connor screamed at. It's a different one.
Don't scream at everyone. Just throw it out there.
But we were there and we were having to be quiet at the time as well because there's a massive mansion that backs onto this area. And the dogs from there were up against the fence line. They knew we were there. And they were barking and the owners were trying to get them in. So we were trying to not get caught. And we were asking the questions that we wanted to ask. We were doing the investigation, and right in front of us, it's on camera as well, the ball lifts up and gets thrown.
Oh,
and
man.
we always ask. One of the things I say is, can you light the ball up? Can you play with it, pick it up, throw it if you want to? And I always say that on every investigation, and they did exactly what I asked. So that'll always stick with me in terms of the reaction that we got for it.
I mean, I would love, Charlie, if you ever decide to throw your cat ball, make sure I'm recording. um, but with that being said, I am so glad to talk to you guys. I thank you for coming and talking with me and being on this podcast. And could you let everybody know where they could follow you, where they can see all your content at, if they would like to?
Yeah, we are Paranormal State of Mind on Facebook. We're also on YouTube and under the same name.
And if you guys would like to follow Paranormal State of Mind and see more of Ian and Connor and possibly your daughter.
Yep, Hate's just come out with us as well sometimes.
Okay. If you would like to see more of them, their channel and everything for them will be down in the link in the description below. And I thank you, Ian and Connor, for coming here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.